Welcome back. Y'all, I ain't even gonna lie today. I'm really feeling myself ever since that full moon last week. How many of you are feeling that high frequency in the air, that love frequency in the air? Comment down below in one word. Tell me how you feeling today. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video, y'all. As it's titled, Don't Say It If You Don't Mean It. What does that mean to you? Don't say it if you don't mean it. Okay? I know a lot of times we say things that we don't mean, and we don't even really mean to hurt others, and sometimes we do mean to hurt other people with our words. But what we're not aware of is that words are energy, and words cast spells on yourself and onto others. Thus is one I want to really point out is the word good morning. Okay, take a minute to think about that. What does good morning really mean to you? What does the word morning mean? When I think of the word morning, I think of sad, loss, without, down, gloomy. That's what I think when I think of morning. So when you walk around and you telling people good morning, you're casting a spell on them, and now their energy levels are low or down because of saying the word good morning. So instead of saying good morning, I say grand rising. Tell me now, sit with that for a second. Grand rising. How does that make you feel? When I think of grand rising, I think of mountains and sunlight and trees and nature and fresh air and power. You see, we don't also realize, unless you do realize, that words paint pictures. So some words that we use are painting pictures in our minds. And that's what we're going off of, which is causing us to either be positive or negative. So what I want to also go into is, if you don't say it, don't mean it. For me, in my experience, y'all know I love to tell you my experience. People used to always tell me, your words hurt. Your words cut. I remember what you said. And it's still riding through my mind. Like, I can't let it go what you said. And I used to just feel like, I don't care how you feel. I said it, then I meant it. And it can be really harsh things that I've said to people. And I said, if I said it, I meant it. But when I look back, I didn't really mean it. I just said what I felt within myself. I was hurt. I was speaking and saying harsh and hurtful, critical things to others, as well as to myself. Your body doesn't even know the difference when you're speaking negative like that to yourself. So when you're speaking like that to yourself, you're actually getting it. Like, how many of you out there call yourself the B word? You say, I'm not smart enough. I'm dumb. I can't remember anything. I have memory loss. Every time I get started with something, I always quit because I don't believe in myself. I didn't learn none of this stuff growing up, so it's not available to me. I'm not enough. I'm not enough. It's not worth it. I'm different. How many of you say things to yourself like that? Matter of fact, tell me with one word down below, what are some things that you say to yourself that are very negative and critical and harsh? Just be honest. Say it with one word down below. We've all been guilty of saying harsh, hurtful, critical things to ourselves. And when we use these types of words to ourselves, it becomes who we are. For real, it becomes who we are. We become those things that we say. So we begin to say, I have memory loss. I can't remember anything. So now you're not remembering shit. You can't remember anything. You said it. So now that's what's happening in your reality. If you say that you're dumb, then you start to believe that you're dumb. So you start acting dumb. If you think that you're stupid, you're going to start believing that you're stupid. If you feel like it's not available to you, because when you grew up, nobody taught you that, and so you can't open up to learning new things, and then that's exactly what's going to happen. So I want to tell you something with that. What helped me is to write down all the negative words and harsh, hurtful, critical things that you say to yourself. And right next to them, write some positive words to replace those negative words. And what I want you to do is, when you begin to think those negative words that you say to yourself, replace them with the positive words you have written down on your paper. And continue doing this practice. And in time, your subconscious brain would now be using the words that you say to yourself that you actually want. The person you actually want to become. I'm smart. I'm beautiful. I'm lovable. I'm intelligent. I remember everything. It's easy for me. I know it sounds a bit weird to say things that maybe you don't feel just yet, but in time they will become embedded in your mind, and you begin to feel it, and you'll become that person. And that's kind of like the basics of really kind of transforming your life in a way. Not your whole life, but an area of your life, that's a big part of your life. So now you're working on yourself. Now you begin to put in this work and do these things, these small things that take a little bit of time can really help change you. When it comes to changing, it takes time. So allow these words, the new positive words, to embed into your subconscious mind. And this will work for you. Give it to 10 to 21 days. Keep practicing every single day. Instead of saying the negative word that you wrote down, say the positive word to yourself that you wrote down next to it. Okay? Try it. It works. It helped me change myself. And I'm talking about, y'all be on here talking to y'all, telling y'all the truth, because I was in the dark and nothing but darkness was covering me. I was a bit evil, I was kind of worried about myself, like I was capable of doing the unknown to others. Real talk. So I'm telling y'all, if I can do it, you can do it. I've changed many areas of my life, and you can too. But I want to tell you, it is a journey and it does take time, but it's worth it. It's worth every step of the way of it. So also, just like the title says, if you don't mean it, don't say it. Think about it. If you attract who you are and you say harsh, rude words to others, do you want that to be done to you? Because I'm for real. I know y'all know the golden rule: treat others how you want to be treated. That's one thing that they said that was real. You treat others how you want to be treated. And what I take from that is the way you treat people is how people will treat you. So from your heart, literally, treat people the way you want to be treated. So if you don't want people talking to you crazy and being rude to you, then don't do that to other people, because you're attracting that back into your life. So be mindful of how you are speaking to people, how you are treating people, and how you're treating yourself, because this is how you're getting what you don't want. So I just had to drop this video for y'all, because if you don't mean it, don't say it. If you don't really, if you're dating someone, if you're in a relationship with someone, and I know people argue, have little confrontations, don't say things that you don't mean. You're in a relationship with this person. They're going to remember what you said. And it's just pushing you. It builds a wedge and push you further and further away from each other, because of those words just stay lingering around. And it becomes like they start to feed off of them. Like the words you tell them, you're dumb. You're never going to be nothing. I don't even know why I'm with you. Those things sit into their mind. And that's somebody you want to be with. Do you really want to speak to them that way? Do you want them to speak to you that way? Do you think that's okay? Because I know I used to be like that, right? I used to talk real crazy in my relationships. I used to talk real crazy until I met someone who kind of helped me understand that that's not cool. That's not right to say these things or treat someone the way you don't want to be treated. It's not cool. So just be mindful in things that you do. But really, try that practice. Real talk. Write down what you say negative to yourself and replace it with positive words, and start practicing that every day. Start today and watch what happens to you. Those negative things you say are going to disappear, and you're going to begin to say things to yourself that benefit you, and it's going to change you. Every time we do things and do these practices, we change and we begin to grow and evolve. That's what life is about. And that's why I come on here, man. It's like for beginners. I bring this down for beginners because a lot of things I didn't understand in the beginning when I was on my spiritual journey or awakening, or just things about life that I experienced and things that I did. I didn't know why I did it, but now I get it. So I come on here to share with y'all. And that's one thing that I was really doing, talking crazy to myself and talking crazy to others, and expecting people to be okay with the hurtful, harsh, critical words I'm saying to them. Expecting myself to be different when I'm saying harsh, hurtful, critical things to myself, down in myself, but wanting a different life, wanting a different outcome, wanting to be a better person. That's insanity. You're not doing anything different to get something different. So you're not getting any results. You're just kind of going, getting frustrated. I don't really like using the word crazy, You're just kind of getting very frustrated. Another thing I want to touch with y'all is about words. Like, think about it. Words paint pictures. So I want you to sit with this for a moment. Think about the word lose. When you say lose, close your eyes and say lose. What do you feel? You feel like you lost something, you're missing something. You kind of get worried, kind of get a little fear, scared, anxious. So be mindful with certain words that you use. Like I said, they cast spells. So when you say you lose, that's the feeling that you're getting. That's the picture that's being painted in your mind. And that's the feeling you're getting from it. So that's what I mean, how powerful words are. So for an example, if you're saying you want to lose weight, okay, that's not a good word to use. It'd be better off to say you want to shed weight, because your word doesn't paint a picture for the word shed. Your word don't paint a picture for the word drop. See, when you say you want to lose weight, that's telling your body that, so if you drop weight, right, now your body's going to try to go get you more weight. So you'll begin to gain weight because it feels like it lost something. That makes sense to you? Your body will try to get back what it lost. So if you lost weight and you're saying you lost weight, you're going to gain weight back because your body's going to do that because it feels like you lost something. I'm saying that a couple of times over and over because that's real. You see, words cast spells. Words are energy. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, be mindful and learn more about the words you use. So when you're using certain words, just close your eyes and see how you feel with that word. See if it paints any pictures and causes any type of feelings you don't want to feel within yourself. And that helps with that big time. That really much helps with that, y'all. I like sharing this stuff with y'all, for real. Another one is like when you say man, like in life, we don't lose. I changed lose for the word learn. You either learn or you gain and you grow. You know what I'm saying? So instead of saying that you lose, when you say lose, it just don't even feel good. Even in sports, I don't even like to say they lost. They ain't lost. It was a good game. The other person won. Straight up. Ain't nobody lost nothing. So, yeah. I like to share these things with y'all. And, because it's real. And I know this ain't no everyday topic for people. And I try to bring this down for beginners. So, yeah, this is what I'm dropping for y'all today. So don't forget my tip of the day, baby. Write down the negative words. And next to them, write down the positive words that you want to say to yourself. And change it. Start saying them every single day for 21 days. And watch how you become that person. Watch how the words you used to say are not there. And you begin to say the words you want to say. And you can begin to move forward in your life, baby. Because now you're telling yourself what you really want to hear. You know what I'm saying? And if you're somebody who in a relationship or you always talking ugly and crazy to people, be more mindful and bite your tongue. Try not to say nothing. Think about it. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. If you somebody who's using cruel words towards people a lot, it's something you need to work on. Don't get it twisted with speaking your piece and using your throat chakra. That's just not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, you really cruel like I was, always saying hurtful things to people. Then be more mindful before you speak. Think before you speak. Think before you talk. Think for yourself. Because remember, like I told y'all in one of my other videos, if you haven't seen it, you are not your thoughts. Thoughts is something that suddenly drops into your mind. Okay? But yeah, with that being said, use my tip for the day, baby, and watch things begin to change in your life. You deserve this. Okay? You came here for this. I love y'all, man. Y'all don't forget to like, comment, share this video with somebody who needs to hear it. Drop down below how you feeling today. Tell me how you feeling today. One word, tell me how you feeling. And with one word, tell me, what is one harsh, hurtful, critical word that you say to yourself every day? Be real. Let's just be honest. Tell me what it is. I'm not gonna judge you. I don't judge anyone. Who am I to judge? Because I used to say a lot of them to myself. Okay? And if you want to book a 20-minute consultation call with me, for free. Feel free to look down in the description box below and click that link, baby. Hit that bell and subscribe to my channel so you get all my newest videos that I drop. Remember, y'all, I love y'all. Stay well, stay healthy, stay taking care of yourself. And remember, the truth hurts, but the truth will set you free.